Okay, this is going to be a very quick demonstration on how to install Neu-Trigger onto the hammer group for the FNH FS2000. Effectively, you're going to get this in the mail. In with it will be information on how to contact me, as well as instructions, basic instructions on how to install it. However, we want to make sure that we get it on properly without stretching the material. So what we're going to do, this is Neu-Trigger. It's rigid yet very lightweight. It will not interfere with the function of the hammer group. However, it will change the frictional properties between the hammer and sear, which is the goal to improving the trigger function on these firearms. Going to release the hammer. On this, what we're going to do is, ultimately it has to be in this position. We want the broad face facing forward. However, to install it, what we're going to do is going to invert it and then span it across the back of the sear. And the idea is, because there's some sharp edges on here, I want to make sure that we don't scratch the plastic parts in the rifle. So you're going to just kind of gently push it down until it gets around the underside of the sear. And then you're going to just flip it around, keeping gentle pressure on it. Let's see if we can get this in here. Alright, doesn't want to cooperate all of a sudden. There we go. And then it should just rotate right around and onto the front of the sear. And that's what it should look like. Now this one's already been previously installed, so you can see that the part has been crimped. And if that's the case with this one, I would just stretch it down and press the upper tab under the lower one. On the one that you'll receive in the mail, it'll actually have a 90-degree fold, in which case you're going to squeeze these tabs together, the top and the bottom, and then you're going to fold the tab over so that it restrains it into this position. And as you can see, there's no space between the metal plate and the plastic sear. When you then cock the hammer group, the hammer will just gently slide right down the face of the metal sear. And when you pull the trigger, it will release as such. Again, you're going to want to cock it, place it back into the rifle, and give it a try. I hope the results are as good as what I found on the Steyr AUG and its clones, but I believe this is going to revolutionize these guns. It's going to take out the creep and make these guns operate much more effectively. Again, I apologize for the crudeness, but I want to make sure that you don't, 1, damage the Neu-Trigger, and 2, you don't damage your gun when you install it. Again, if you put it on properly, you shouldn't scratch or damage anything. This is permanently attached, however you can take it off at any time in the future. Again, going back to the original stock configuration. The disconnector has plenty of play. Neu-Trigger takes up very little space between the bottom of the sear and the hammer, and so the disconnector will work effectively. Quick demonstration, you should hear a click, meaning that the disconnector is now disengaged. That's it. Please let me know what your feedback is. I'd like to know what the test results are. More importantly, I'd like to know how this works when you live fire your weapons, because that's when you're going to see the biggest difference. Thank you very much.